What's good? This Enrgy. I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
Enrgy made this one.
If I ain't a young Shana, then what do you call?
All right, so we got the one and only Enrgy Beats jumping off the porch with us today.
Welcome,
good, man.
How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. How about yourself today, man?
Feeling good, man.
Yeah, man. Nah, I appreciate you coming by, man. Been following your career for the last couple years, man, so It's an honor to have you sitting on here, man.
Man, appreciate it. It's an honor, bro. I've been, I'm hip on everything you got going on, so it's pretty dope, man.
Appreciate that, man, for sure, man. Yeah, so what else you got shaking here in Atlanta, man? I'm sure you tapping in with the other artists and all that, or?
Yeah, really, whenever I go out of town, I just feel good, really get like a good vibe, really. Like anything spontaneous can happen. So it's like, that's the reason I like going out of town, either Atlanta or LA for real. Like I can just get anything done anytime I want to, so.
I feel that. Yeah. How do you like the vibes here in Atlanta compared to back at home then?
I actually like Michigan vibes more than anywhere in the world, because it's like you can live a normal life. You don't gotta really go through no traffic. You ain't gotta really deal. I feel like you ain't gotta deal with no like crazy, like just weird shit just happening. Like it's pretty normal. You ain't gotta like, you know what I'm saying? I can go to the store. I ain't gotta have nothing. I ain't gotta be crazy, or I ain't gotta think nothing crazy, or I ain't gotta worry about traffic or worry about nothing. It's just pretty smooth. I feel like I'm gonna be in Michigan like forever.
For real.
And then having places in other spots, but like I'm gonna be in Michigan forever though. It's smooth.
I take that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, so you originally from Beecher, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I grew up in Beecher, and I left and went to this is a school called Southwestern. I came to Flint when I was like, what was that, like 12?
Okay.
12, 13, 12, and then finished the rest of my school in there. But I grew up in Beecher, met all the Beecher rappers there, you know what I'm saying, just growing up there. But came to Flint when I was 12.
I got you. So how would you describe Beecher to someone that's never been up there? They've never been to Flint and never been to Beecher, man. How would you describe it then?
I describe it more like it's like a close-knit like family, like it's a family. Like I feel like people can relate to that. Like that's the most relatable answer. Like we got like it feel like it's its own thing, but like the closest word to describe it is like a family. Like everybody close-knit. Everybody parents know each other. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's more close-knit versus, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the cities, but it's like more close-knit, you know what I'm saying, put together.
I got you, man. So YSR Gramz was just sitting on this porch and he said you were making beats when you were 3 years old.
Oh yeah.
Is that true?
That's true. I don't remember making my first beat.
I don't even have memories from when I was 3 years old.
Yeah, for real. So it's like I've been making beats my whole life. Like that's all I knew. All I knew was music. You know what I'm saying? I don't recall, you know what I'm saying, anything, a lot of beats from then, but I just knew I just loved doing it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So did you always knew like, all right, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to pursue. There's no backup plan. Music is the way.
Man, it's crazy because like I went through that when I was in high school. In high school, I always just tell people I want to be an engineer.
Really?
And I hate math. Like I hate math. I really dislike it. But I used to tell myself I would be an engineer my whole life, like a mechanical engineer.
Huh.
But like one day I just was like, and I always knew it, like I want to make music, but I thought it wasn't no path for that. So I just always made it to where it was, I always like had it to where I always kept that thought, I want to keep making music, but I always just wanted to go for like an engineering role, you know what I'm saying, play it safe. But like it was like my senior year, I just told myself like I want to get rich and make beats. That's all I want to do.
That's a hell of a life, right?
That's all I want to do. I want to get rich and make beats. So it's like with that simple sentence right there, like I just said, bro, I'm just go all in.
Yeah.
And certain things happened in my life to where, like I was supposed to go to college. I got a full ride from like the Flint scholarships, and I was about to go to U of M Flint, and it didn't happen. Like some FAFSA stuff messed up, and I just took a break, and I just worked, and so I just ended up like just kept pushing for, you know what I'm saying, just kept pushing it. I blew, you know what I'm saying. Legendary, when Rio dropped Legendary, that was when I knew like I'm in it though, for real. Like that's a $300,000 song for real. Like that's a crazy song.
Yeah.
Like
that's a couple years salary on being an engineer.
Right. Come on, man. So it's like I knew I was in the dough for real. Like when stuff like that happened. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And your pops was a rapper, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He was a rapper and a producer.
Okay, so he was both.
So it was a duo. So that automatically off instinct rubbed off on me. I was always around it. That's how I learned it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's easy, you know what I'm saying? That rubbed off on me.
Yeah. So I think he was pretty supportive of you when you were like, man, I want to make beats. I want to do this music shit. He was like, probably, hell yeah.
Yeah, and that's one thing I can say like about my parents in general, like supporting no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what you gotta have. Like when you know what I'm saying, when you wanna go to something that's different, you gotta have people at least one person to say like, you know, that believe in you, you know what I'm saying? Even if they don't, I feel like still go for that, but like it just helped a lot, you know what I'm saying? I can just go for it, so.
Real shit. So who'd you grow up listening to, whether it was artist-wise or producer-wise? Who had really inspired you back then?
Man, when I was little, I used to listen to a lot of West Coast music.
Okay.
I used to listen to a lot of Ice Cube, Tupac, Snoop Dogg. Snoop's my favorite when I was little. But I didn't know until I got older that was my favorite. I used to really love 3 6 Mafia, and Project Pat, and then like that whole old Memphis song, 8 Ball MJG, like them my favorites. You know what I'm saying? On the rapper side, producer side, like I grew up on Pharrell. You know, of course, Dr. Dre from the West Coast, but Pharrell, he was my favorite. Still my favorite, like all time. And then as like coming to age, like I say like Metro.
Okay.
Metro, booming, Southside, TM88, Honorable C-Note.
Okay, yeah.
That's the GOAT. I ain't gonna lie. He the one, me and my brother can just literally break down his beats. Like we'll just sit and just literally listen to his beat. Like that's one of my biggest inspirations. Like we can literally sit down and listen to his beat. Like you hear that? What you put in there? Rewind that.
He's from Michigan too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he the GOAT. I ain't gonna lie. He the GOAT.
So when you first started making beats, are you like trying to mimic like your favorite producers at the time, or did you already come in saying, I need to have my own sound with this?
Man, I was mimicking a lot of sounds throughout that time. Like I couldn't find it for a long time. Like I say, when I first tried to, try to mimic a sound, it had to be like that 808 Mafia sound.
Okay.
Southside sound, like that sound right there is like the easiest sound. Well, not the easiest sound, but like one of the most, you can get a swing of it, and it's a lot, and that's why it's so water in that area. It's a lot of producers that try to be like that, and I can't. I had to kick that for real. So that sound right there was one of the sounds I had to mimic. I tried to mimic, but like I kicked it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
when would you say you finally developed your sound, or at least get in the right direction of where you wanted your sound to go then?
I'll say senior year. When I dropped, when we dropped me and Quavis, me and YSR Gramz dropped Tap In. That was a little tape where it was like everything was new. You know what I'm saying? I developed that and working with him, and I feel like that's when we discovered the sound for real. And ever since then, I just kept going with it just because it just sounded different. Everything was so new and fresh. I feel like nobody's bringing what I had to the game. You know what I'm saying? something that's gonna make you move. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was my senior year. It was like April, right? Like a month before I graduated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like challenge yourself to come out with a new sound, or is that just how it just kind of worked out?
Yeah. You got, as a producer, you gotta challenge yourself. You gotta, as an artist, period, you gotta challenge yourself to become something that make you stand out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta have that. If you don't, it's like you don't really. I feel like you're not really in it. If you're not really being creative, you just, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody gonna try to find their own niche. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what type of feedback did you guys get when Tap In drops in?
Man, I just remember just hearing it around like the city, you know what I'm saying? And hearing it around like in certain people's car, I'm like, dang, that's me. People don't know that's me, but it's like, just still like people like banging in their speakers or, you know, like certain they'll just bring it up around me. I'm just in the room. Like that kind of, it was a really good feedback. And especially then, like nobody was doing 50K views. You know what I'm saying? Like not a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? Like around us, like it wasn't 50K views or 100K views. Like that was huge. So it's like seeing that was a really good feedback for sure for the start.
So how'd you get tapped in with Rio?
Through YSR Gramz.
Okay.
Gramz had went to do a feature with him, and he had linked me with him. You know what I'm saying? And then what happened after that? He just sent me his number, or he sent my number to him, and then we just linked. And then, you know, I was just sending beats to him, and then he dropped Dumber Dumber.
Yeah.
Which is like an instant classic, you know what I'm saying? So, and I think I had 3 songs on there, and all 3 of them was just something so different. And just seeing that reaction from like the whole Michigan, reacting to something so new, that was crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Dumber Dumber, and then from there on, you know, everything built up to what it was, you know, just sending beats.
So when it comes to Legendary, is that something you just cooked up by yourself? And were you shopping at the other artists, or was Rio the only one that got that one?
That was for sure a Rio beat. That was, man, I was up at 3 a.m. cooking Legendary. Like, I woke up out my sleep to cook Legendary. Like, I got off work, and then I just had, I had like a melody when I woke up. I'm like, damn, hold on, I got to the end of the bed and just cooked it up, sent it to him. Cause it's like, I already felt that. Like, I already knew that was a Rio beat. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was for sure him. I sent that as soon as I made it.
Does he jump on it right away?
I think so. I think everything happened so fast. Everything feel like it was fast. Like, so I think he did rap on it that night or that next day. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he did, but it was fast though. I for sure heard the snippet. He sent it to me like the next 2 days, I think. So he did. He rapped on it super fast. I was listening and I'm like, dang, man.
Did you expect it to do what it did though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was like, Rio was Rio. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, anything Rio put his hands on, that boy gonna for sure touch 200 at that time. Yeah. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, but we talking 20 million.
Yeah. So, yeah, I expected it. I listened to the snippet 500 times before it came out. I already knew that song was crazy.
No, that's all. That's a classic right there, man, for sure. And what about the Coochie Beat then?
Man, actually, funny story, because when I made the Coochie Beat, I sold it to a person, a rapper. His name Ate Alive, yeah. And I sold it to him for like, I think I sold him to like $300. And then, but it wasn't like no agreement behind it. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up sending Jay the beat accidentally. And then
Accidentally you sent it to him, really?
I accidentally sent him, like, cause I had a pack, I just sent him the pack. He raps on it. He put the snippet out on Instagram where somehow, what? Yeah, he was filming the video, and he seen the snippet. He was like, "Oh, brother, I bought this beat, whatever." But we did like a little swap. We did a beat swap, and that's how that came to fruition. Like, shout out to you, bro, cause literally,
he looked out.
He looked out.
He could have been a dick about it, right?
Yeah. So that happened, but. With Coochie, that was like one of the ones too where Jay sent the snippet and me and my siblings was just like, we listening to that snippet like that was just crazy. Cause mind you, like I only did one song with Jay before that, or 2 songs or something like that. Like, and every song that we did just came up. So it was like, it was written, bro. Like it was supposed to happen like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What'd you think of all the memes and all the TikToks that came from that song then?
Man, I swear, like I look back to 2020 because like that was a time of like being in a house and like noticing like everything on the internet was just like times 10 because everybody in the house. So it's like
stuck.
Yeah. So that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That was like one of the funniest parts of my life, for real. Just sitting in the crib watching all the TikToks and everything that came from Jay, period. That was just crazy.
No, absolutely, man. He went viral so many different times. It was ridiculous, man.
Yeah, facts.
And so what about Free Joe Exotic? How did that be? You know, what was your inspiration when you created that, and how did PacMan get that one?
The thing with PacMan was I was supposed to be sending him beats. Like, I hit him up and I was supposed to send him beats, but I just never got around to sending him no beats. PacMan the type of person, he thinks strategic. Like, he planned out everything. Like, every song that he dropped, he planned it. Like, so he planned it from straight beginning. Like, I need a beat that's just like, that's hard, you know what I'm saying? I need it for the Sada feature. And I never sent them the beat, but I'm just fucking around, like never sending them, like procrastinating on some shit. Then I'll cook up on live and I post a video. I think I still got the video saved on my phone. I'm cooking up on live. He commented on the video and he told me that was the one. And I sent him that one because I'm like, let's get it, because I've been supposed to work with him. You know what I'm saying? He been viral, I was been supposed to. But that inspiration was just really like me just cooking up and it just, that being the one. Yeah. Like he wanted that. So he planned that out, you know what I'm saying, every single step. So, yeah.
What'd you think the first time you heard the whole song with him and Sada on it?
It was crazy because I wanted to do I wanted to do a song with Sada. Like, Sada was crazy. Like, Sada crazy. So it's like, he had Michigan on lock for years. So it's like having a Sada feature and then having PacMan, that song was just dope. Even if it did 100K views, that song was still gonna be fire to me. So yeah. It's like, for sure, that was a crazy song, one of my favorites for real.
Yeah, definitely took PacMan's career to the next level, absolutely, man.
For real.
Yeah. So how'd you get locked in with EST Gee for the 5500 degrees?
That was through Barrelin.
Okay. Through
Barrelin, and she linked me with sending packs to them. You know what I'm saying, to that group, and that's the way I got that. And Everybody Should Have Stood Like That. That was in the same pack. You know what I'm saying? So that was a blessing from her, for real. Like, she put me on in that scenario. So, and it took off. That was a blessing.
Do you do a lot of sampling in your beats like that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I try to stay away from it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like
the clearances and all that.
The clearances and really, I just be wanting to be more melodic, but I've been sampling since I was young. Like, I've been sampling for years. So it's like, that's my top go. So yeah, the sampling is like natural to me.
Yeah. And now you got the placement on the new CMG album. They actually just dropped the video a couple of hours ago.
Just dropped the video. I ain't gonna lie, that boy is crazy.
Yeah.
Trip Star, shout out Trip Star, shout out Money Bad, shout out G. to that whole camp, CMG, crazy.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna really start rocking with you, man. I feel like...
yeah, like for real, cause they got it, bro. Like I just like how they stick together for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, that song, wow, I've been listening to that for a minute now. In my phone, that boy crazy.
Yeah. You and Wayne did the CashApp for Louie Ray. So we had Wayne up here. He talked about you guys cooked that up in your car. Is that right? Or was it his car? I can't remember which one.
I pulled up in the vet, and he wanted to, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to really just get in it for real. Like we was like, cause I ain't even show him yet. I just had pulled up, and I think it wasn't like no aughts in the studio we pulled up to. It wasn't no aughts or nothing. We could hook it up and up those spots. So I'm like, we just get in the car. We just hook it up to the Bluetooth. He cooked up the melody, and I just dropped it down a couple octaves, and that's how that went. For real.
Yeah.
Like that boy is crazy.
And that song was actually out for a few months before it catches fire.
Yeah, that's crazy, cause that song really that song was out forever. Like I would say that song was out like 8 months before it popped. That was a long time, but like that's how you knew that song was like really a hit. Cause I think it just got put out like on Slice and just got put out. I don't know what happened, whatever, but it just got put out. Like you know what I'm saying? But that's when the real hit catch fire. That's a real hit.
So what's your creative process like today?
Today it's really the same.
Yeah.
I would say, because my creative process, I just go in it and like just go off what I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? I try to make the beat fast as possible. I don't really like to think about it for real. But when I do, I will say like recently though, like I've been thinking about a lot of beats. So like now I feel like I gotta come more aggressive, you know what I'm saying? But really I just try to cook up fast as possible for real. Like every beat that I've done that's been big, been cooked within 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
It's just, I'm just a very simple person, you know what I'm saying? Very simple, straightforward. So it's like, yeah, I'm just simple.
I got you. Do you prefer to cook up with the artists like in the studio with you, or just cook up by yourself and send them out or pull up on someone?
I really think either one don't really matter to me for real.
Yeah.
Like I think I'd rather be in that person's face, really, so we can lock in for real. But a lot of my songs, I literally just sent off the phone. So it's like the new wave of producers is literally just sending. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But in my case, I really got lucky, like in a lot of shit, like, cause people before us put their foot down. You know what I'm saying? They really going to these studio sessions like, but I had it easy. You know what I'm saying? I just had to send a beat. And I got on. That's crazy.
And if you're in the studio with an artist, are you very hands-on, or you kind of just let them do their thing now?
I'm kind of like, I want to be more hands-on though. I let them do their thing for sure, but I want to be able to grow into a real producer, like creating a real song. So I feel like that's a goal I want to set for myself, because it's like, I feel like I got more potential than just being a beat maker, you know what I'm saying? I really want to put my hands on. But I feel like I just got to educate myself on just vibes and lyrics and just really like plans for just songs, like what do people need in the world for real. So it's like, just got to educate myself.
Did you ever try to rap?
Nah.
Never?
Nah.
You always knew producing was for you, huh?
Yeah, I would never rap, ever. Never. I can't really, because this the thing, like lyrics don't come to my mind. Actually, when I listen to music, I don't listen to lyrics. I can't tell you who my favorite rapper is because I don't listen to lyrics.
You're more listening to the beats?
I'm listening to sounds, I'm listening to the feeling of the song. Like I can sit up and listen to orchestra and jazz all day, cause I don't listen. So it's like I don't really care for lyrics. Yeah. I really just go off the feeling. So I couldn't tell you who my favorite rapper for real.
I got you. Do you play any instruments?
No instruments.
Ever try?
I want to try, but I haven't. I kind of looked up some videos on how to like play the piano, MIDI a little bit, but everything been straight off the keyboard and mouse.
I feel that. How did you get your tags? I know you had an old one and now you got the new one that's everywhere.
That's crazy, you know about the old one. The old one, I did it because I said I needed a tag, and it took me a long time to just do it, but like one day I just said I gotta do it. Like it's my senior year. This one I decided I'm going all the way in. I just got on my phone and just said Enrgy Beats on my phone, and then I just put it like in the little thing and kind of twitched it up, added a reverb and took it down a little bit, and that was my tag. And then one day I think I just called Kid, Crispy like Kid, and I just he sent me 3 tags. I just called him because Kid got a voice to where it's like it's very recognizable. You know what I'm saying? I said I wanted him to do my tag for real. So he sent me 3 of them, and I'm still using that one to this day. I don't think I'm ever gonna change that one.
Yeah, I feel like at this point it's gonna be tough to change that one.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Like I got a couple with Jay, like with YN Jay. Like I got a couple where he did it off the Coochie. Like
yeah, he gave you a couple shout outs at the beginning.
Yeah, like I got that one. I used it a couple times, but that just kid stuff is just too crazy. It's just too crazy.
Yeah, at this point it's like legendary. You can't change that shit at this point. All right, so got to ask you about this Facebook post you put up the other day, man. Let me make sure I get this right. So you said, being successful in music is not worth sacrificing your life with a death chant in your music. Can you expand on that a little? I'll even go a little further. There was more to it. It says a lot of artists are literally calling on death in their music, so they're getting back what they put out.
That's facts. A lot of artists today is like, a lot of people don't understand like the energy you put out into the world. Like you will literally get that back. Like, and I don't really like to use karma, but karma in a sense of, you know what I'm saying, you reap what you sow. Like everything you do has a reaction. You know what I'm saying? You get a reaction out of it. Like it's a lot of people that's lost in that. You know what I'm saying? And that you have this whole drill scene everywhere, and it's like people really lost. They don't really know that they can say that they can kill somebody, and they can get killed from that. You know what I'm saying? Or they do understand it, and they just keep going with it. So, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy what state of mind we are in the rap scene, for real.
No, that's very true, man. Absolutely. How do you feel when people say, I don't know if they leave comments to you or hit you up, but like, we want that old sound from you? How does that make you feel, knowing that you're growing as a producer, you're growing into the new sound, and they just want something old from you?
I will say I don't take no offense from it. First, because I feel like they say this because the scene has moved into a way where everybody has copied this one sound, right? And it's a sound that has not been touched yet. You know, like nobody can imitate that. Only I can go back to that. Only me, because it's like it's been a sound. I don't know where a lot of producers picked up, but it's been that sound that's been copied though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a very like easy sound to be copied. I think like after Coochie dropped, I would say, like that's when everything started to get watered a little bit, and it's a lot of producers that sound like that. So, you know, I don't really take any offense because honestly that sound was just different. You know what I'm saying? It was different, and it's not something that's in the now. But you know, of course I'll go back to that, you know what I'm saying, to experiment with that because I actually like that, you know what I'm saying? But of course I'm gonna keep growing because I'm still making fire, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't take no offense to that. I'm still making heat, so.
No, I feel that. How do you feel like if you go on YouTube and there's Enrgy type beats?
Man, it's
Are you flattered at this point? As you just chuck it up as this is part of the game, or is it like, God damn, get your own sound?
At this point, I don't care because it's like that's how I know I made it now, for real. Because it's like everywhere. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of that just comes with that's what comes with being successful or creating the sound successfully. Mm-hmm. When you hear thousands of producers copying, it's like, you know, you made it. I can't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying? You really pushing it. You really promoting my sound.
No, very true.
So it's like I can't be mad at it though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. At what point did you know you needed to get management on your team?
I would say. I mean, I already had my manager. My pops was my manager since day one.
Okay.
Since day one. So, you know, it really wasn't a part where I needed to. You know what I'm saying? Where I found out I needed to. I just had it. I didn't have to go through anything. I just had it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
You're blessed with that.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So looking ahead, where do you want like Enrgy Beats? Where do you want this brand to go?
Man, I want to be in a conversation of like GOAT talk. You know what I'm saying? I want to be like in a conversation of like where somebody like speak on for real. Like I want to be on that. You know, like I feel like I bring something so different that like it's like I want to be in those kind of rooms. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal. You know what I'm saying? I want to make global hits. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I can say about that.
Yeah. No, you're definitely on your way, man, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's some advice you would share to some upcoming producers right now?
I say move around. I say move around and get in rooms. Like, get in the rooms to where you can be around everything to where you can have your opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But I say just stay consistent, but just move around for real. Like, because honestly, no matter how good you are, for real, if you moving around, you networking right, and your beat's decent, you can blow. Like, literally just knowing people is a lot of the times it's who you know.
Yeah.
You don't got to be the hardest. You can just know somebody. I say just network, for real. And then just try to be different. I mean, but it's hard to when, you know, a lot of people just, you know, can't be different. But try to, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's solid advice right there.
Mm-hmm.
Can you reveal any placements that are coming up? I know it kind of gets tricky, whether, you know, the paperwork hasn't been done or you don't want to jinx it in case that shit doesn't drop.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I'ma just, y'all gonna see it. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got any shout outs you'd like to give before we wrap it up?
Shout out my little brother, Enrgy Beats. He the next, I feel like he gonna be my one to where I really want him to be polished, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Jalen, shout out Pablo 616, shout out Wayne 616, shout out Baby on the track. That's like all of my little niggas, you know what I'm saying, that I want to come up with me. So yeah, shout out them.
Enrgy made this one. If I ain't a young shiner, then what do you call that? Fucking niggas hoes, he made.